What do you honestly not understand? How cameras work. It honestly freaks me out how they can literally just capture moments. How people can just invent new math. Or actually how people can sit down, start writing equations, and figure out something about the universe. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I absolutely love math and the idea of it, but man do I truly suck at it. I'd love to let some math PhD just talk my ear off about what they're working on even though I probably wouldn't understand any of it. I just think math is neat. Mining crypto. How does a powerful computer use an algorithm and suddenly poop out a Bitcoin of real monetary value? Why it's illegal to blind other drivers with your high beams, but those super bright LED headlights are totally fine. Wi-Fi. Like I understand the concept of how it works, but when you get past the theory of it, it makes absolutely no sense to me. How can such complicated and absolutely massive packets of information just be in the air? We seriously went from sending single electrical pulses through a wire, pretty easy, to using radio waves, makes sense, to here's all the information humans have ever known just in the air, and it can be read by a tiny cluster of glass and metal, like what? NFTs. That feeling that I get where I feel like I'm meant to do something, but I don't have anything particularly to do, and just builds up anxiety. What people get out of spending their time being internet trolls. Astronomer here. Dark energy. The idea that the universe is not just expanding, but accelerating, and that expansion despite there not being enough matter that we can see for that to happen, is just mind-blowing, and I can't make heads or tails of it. On the bright side, no one else can make heads or tails of it either, and understands what's going on, so we are all in good company on this one. Why didn't Cinderella's shoe disappear with the rest at the midnight? Why people are so horrible to each other. Why people feel the need to intrude in others people's business. Finances. I'm absolutely horrible with money. Celebrity worship. I've had blockchain explained to me more times than I can count, and I still don't get it really. Nonlinear partial differential equations. Myself. Sovereign citizens. Like, didn't you drive on a road to get to court? I don't understand how, when people undergo surgery they don't bleed out, or why there isn't blood everywhere. Someone please explain. War. I mean, I understand the basics, but I don't get how people that hate each other so much that they're attacking each other to death can also sit down and make rules like, don't attack medical trucks, and let's have a truce just for Christmas Day, but not then say let's not have a war. Teachers used to roll their eyes and call me naive over this in history classes, but it just frustrates me. I suppose though it's more that I just wish everyone could get along, and don't know why people always need more. More land, more money, more oil, more control. It's awful and unnecessary. Magnets, quantum mechanics. Probably a more petty / stupid answer than most in here, but the movie Skyfall is basically a tribute to everything Bond. Celebrating the franchise's 50th anniversary, he's got his classic car, his classic gun, his homestead, his life's history, etc. But in the entire movie he never fires his iconic while the PPK once. It's the only gun in the movie that's never actually used. As a huge Bond fan, this has bothered me since the movie came out, and I'll never understand how it was allowed to happen. How one does not use their blinker when turning or changing lanes. I cannot comprehend. String theory. How anyone could find it in their hearts to physically hurt their children. The apparently insurmountable urge to do exactly the opposite of what a person says. As soon as someone lets other people know what makes them angry or afraid, people will just immediately do that thing. I saw something the other day on r/gis where they're on a glass bridge in a valley or canyon and a woman is afraid of heights, so the person with her starts dragging her toward the edge, while everyone else laughs. She passes out. It made me angry. I don't understand why so many people feel the need to be casually cruel once they know how to exploit a person's discomfort to the fullest, or why it's supposed to be funny. It's made me extremely distrustful of letting anyone know anything about me. Even smaller, petty things, like if I tell somebody I hate the sound of crunching potato chips, and they just shove a handful of chips into their mouth and start crunching as loudly as possible while looking at me. Why? My PhD topic. Right now I really don't understand people that are excited about the war in Ukraine. I know it's mainly kids and young people who's never experienced war and only know shit about it, but still, war's not exciting, it's fucking horrible. JavaScript, crypto, blockchain, NFTs and all related topics. I like to think I'm a smart person, but when it comes to those I just can't seem to grasp it. Super religious people who pick and choose what parts of the Bible they need to follow. They judge people for one sin, like homosexuality, while also having premarital sex, getting divorced, and many other super random things in the Bible. If you are going to condemn others based on what is in the Bible, at least be consistent. Bluetooth and wireless chargers. My brain cannot grasp the concept that there is nothing in the way and it's just transporting sound waves through the air without any sound coming off. Why people blame gas prices on presidents, but only if they don't like them. Why the fuck anyone cares about a celebrity's political opinions. Calculus. Why so many people seem to enjoy reality shows. Every language that isn't English or Spanish. When physicists talk about infinite realities. Like if it's infinite then there is a reality where someone crosses over and kills me, but then they don't. But if it's infinite then there would be always that crossover. I don't even know how to phrase my question to make sense. Or is it a case of it's not infinite, but such an incomprehensible number, that it's far easier to say infinite? Why people continue having kids, or spending money on non-essential stuff, when they know they can't afford it then continuously bitch and moan about never having money. Certain aspects of LGBTQ. I'm not against it in any way, but as a cisgender straight person things like not fitting into your gender fly over my head. I want to understand it more, to help me support my friends, though. Cryptocurrency. The giant gaps in the public restroom stall in the US. What in the world it's like for people to grow up loved? Or for them to feel safe with their parents? That one is absolutely absurd to me. Space-time. I've watched Interstellar a handful of times, watched YouTube videos and read articles. My brain just can't grasp it and related concepts. Money. We assign pretend value to a piece of paper that determines the quality of life people live. Capacitors. How does the other plate get an opposite charge with no contact? Some kinda electrofield voodoo going on. Putin's endgame. How someone can say they love you and just wreck you. How an old school LP/record works. Still have no idea how music plays from them. Why the dude sitting next to me keeps trying to talk to me. How people are unaffected by hurting others. Like how I even get bothered killing roaches. How can people just say EHH fuck 'em? Math. I love the idea of math. I understand that importance of it. I respect it. I respect those who understand it. Just don't ask me to do it. In school I used to get aggressively mad at both myself and the math problems because I couldn't solve them. I get so frustrated to the point I needed to walk away from my desk lol. It was horrible. I barely skimmed by every school year. How people can obsess over a celebrity or social media influencer. While liberals and conservatives can't have civil conversations on the internet. As a woman, I'm embarrassed to say I don't know how to be and stay friends with women. Dreaming. I solve all my problems in my dreams, yet they mean absolutely nothing. Mind blowing. Car registration yearly. Why do you need me to pay $60 to tell you I still have the same car? That being said, I totally understand the registration fee for newly acquired cars. Cryptocurrency. I've watched countless videos on the matter, but after like half an hour I completely forget how the blockchain and everything works. The Kardashians. I've watched several times and all I see are a bunch of yelling women. Why do some people long for eternal life when they don't even know what to do on a rainy Saturday afternoon? How any aspect of QAnon is believable. The concept of airing your every thought on Facebook for the world to see. Or asking questions on there that a simple Google search can fix. Cut 3D printing organs.